Do more screens actually equal more money in your pocket? In this video, I'm going to explain exactly why the answer to that question is yes for some and no for others. And by the end, you're going to know exactly what group you fall into. So let me take you guys back to 2019, a bit of a story of my own experience. And back in 2019, I had been working at a summer internship up in East Hampton, Massachusetts. If you are familiar with the area, let me know in the comments because it's kind of a really random place. But if you do know, cool. Now, up there, I was working and they were paying me a monthly rent stipend and paying me substantially more than probably like 2 or 3x minimum wage. And I had only been familiar with minimum wage jobs, or roughly thereabout, prior to that. So I felt, oh, I have some extra cash. And I put a couple $100s into a brokerage account when I finished up there. Or actually, I put a couple $1,000s over the summer into a brokerage account. I lost it. I then reset and I took a couple $100s and I put it into a Webull account back when I got to school. Now, from that period of time, it was just shy of 300. It was like $275. $275 I took over the next year and a half to over $55,000. And that was with a phone and this laptop that I am holding up right now. I'm not kidding. This exact laptop. This laptop I got as a gift when I graduated high school. I still have it, and it is still on my desk. I am now 26. It's still on my desk today. Crazy. I got that when I was like 18. Almost 10 years, like 8 years old. But the point is, I had a phone and a laptop, and I mostly would try to enter orders on my phone. I did a lot on my phone back in high school, a lot of it in class and stuff, as I was in some trading groups, and I was kind of just like copying and tailing some different trades at the time early on. Then I was kind of doing my own thing at some point. 2020, I bought the computer, or the iMac that's in front of my face right now. Yep, so I'm sorry for those who are not Apple fans. I just got sucked in and I can't get out. I'm too far in. I'm too far in. What am I going to do? I'm too far into the Apple ecosystem. I can't get out. So I had a laptop, iMac, which is like 27 or maybe 30 inches. I don't think they make this. They don't, whatever size I have was like the last year that they made the size that I have. I got the bigger one. And then I had a phone. So I had 3 kind of screens. And 2021, I purchased an iPad. Still have it. I purchased, I think in 2022, a side monitor. And so by 2022, into early 2023, I had a phone, I had a laptop, I had an iPad, I had an iMac 30-inch screen or something along those lines, and I had a vertical monitor that I'm looking at on the right side that I still use, but not the same way. And what happened over that period of time was I slowly lost nearly $50,000. I didn't lose 50K. I know that because I was doing my taxes and my carryover loss, or whatever that was from however many years it's been, it was never that high. But either way, I lost nearly 50K. Let's call it, you can round it up if you really want to, but it wasn't that much, but let's just call it that. So I made a lot, then I lost a lot of that. Not all of it, but I lost a lot of it. The thing is, that period of time where I lost a lot, I had the most screens in front of my face. I thought I had what I needed. Might not have been the exact setup that I wanted or pictured based off of social media, right? But I thought I had everything I needed. And it just so happens that actually not only hurt my returns. It's not like, oh, I was doing 10% and now I'm doing 6. I went from doing 10, 6 to going completely negative over that couple year span. Then what happened next is kind of crazy, and I'll explain that here in a second after I thank the sponsor of today's video, IronBeam.
Welcome to IronBeam, the future of futures trading. With our cutting-edge chart trading feature and 300+ indicators, you can now trade directly off the chart anytime, anywhere. Delivering seamless trading across all platforms, the IronBeam journey is supported by 24-hour trader support, low day trade margins, and no account minimums. IronBeam brings the future into the present. Join now and augment your trading experience.
In 2023 into 2024, I started to cut down on certain things. I started to take this guy right here and put it to the side. I started to take this thing right here and not put any charts up on it. I just left my notes out for the day, what I had to do for the day. And then in 2024, I took this laptop that I had on my desk, and I closed it. And at some point in late 2024, I closed this laptop, and I have not opened it since. Literally, I haven't opened it. Still works. Has to be plugged in, the battery's shot, but it still works. But I have not opened this laptop since some point in the second half of 2024. So now I'm looking at my Mac screen and the side screen, but the side screen used to have charts on top and bottom. I now only have charts on the bottom, and there's only 4 of them compared to there used to be like a ton. Not intentionally, but as a result, I guess, my trading has never been this consistent. Never. I have never had the confidence, the focus, and the consistency on one strategy, on what I need to do on a given day, week, or month. I trade a lot less often nowadays, so it's not necessarily every single day. It's like always in the back of my head, but trades don't present every single day for me anymore, as maybe they used to when I was a little more distracted. But I have not seen the same level of consistency ever. Even that period of time that I made a lot of money, yes, I made a lot of money. The market was very, very hot. It was not this consistent. I was very, very, very closely tied to the overall market and how the market was doing, just using some leverage via the types of stocks and types of assets I was trading at the time. So in my situation, more was actually detrimental to my results. Now, who actually could benefit from more screens? If you are doing research or you are trying to get a lot of information quickly and do a lot of scanning, it could absolutely be helpful. Don't get me wrong, having a bunch of screens could be helpful. But when it comes to the market, it could or it potentially could not be. Who it could be helpful for is someone who is looking at a bunch of different things and needs to know right now and needs to track everything very, very closely and see where they can find an edge based off of maybe strength and weakness, or relative strength and relative weakness. And if you are looking at a bunch of different contracts or stocks or whatever, you might be able to very easily tell when you're looking at a lot of charts and go, okay, here's my target. Boom, I got to scalp in now. Got to get out here. It's got what I want. It doesn't have what I want, and you're moving quick. Those people could certainly use a lot of monitors, a lot of screens, and it could help them. But if you're not trading that frequently, if you're swing trading, if you're investing, I mean, you probably do not need that stuff. And what's going to happen is it's going to confuse you. You might have a strategy where you trade a couple different stocks or a couple different contracts. Let's say I trade ES, and I like to watch ES versus NQ and just kind of compare how they're doing. And then I pick whatever's been, relative strength versus weakness type of idea, whatever. But maybe on the right-hand side, I've got Bitcoin, and then I got a couple stocks over here. And then on my phone, I got natural gas. And then on my iPad or my laptop, I'm looking at something else. And now I have my focus, my focus might be on the main screen, but I got 10 things that could distract me. And I might go, oh my God, what happened to Bitcoin? And in that period of saying, oh my God, what happened to Bitcoin? I can get sucked in over here and miss an opportunity over here where I should have been focused. And that's a problem. That is what I found to be a problem. I had my focus in 10 directions, and so I didn't really know what I was doing. I was trading multiple strategies on multiple time frames on multiple different asset classes, and it was not helpful. Most people probably need less screens. Most people who are watching this video probably need less screens than they think. And if you're looking up to someone on social media who has a ton of screens, they may not actually be profitable, or they may not actually be benefiting from having that setup. All that I've come to realize that matters is you need to do what is best for you. And so if you realize that this is better than this, then you make that adjustment. It's just like a trading strategy. You trade a certain way, you look into your data, you go, oh, I did this, I did this, I did this. And then if I do this, it might actually make me more money. Or if I cut this out, I can actually make more money. And you make these little adjustments over time, and you realize, trial and error, what works best for you and your strategy. I hope that was helpful. If you're looking for a video where I talk about what I stopped doing right around the time that I turned profitable, that'll be up on the screen right now. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.